Very brief speech, just to thank everyone for coming. It's been a fantastic day for us. Jacky said to me, are you going to write a speech? And I said, what's the point of writing a speech because you even interrupt my vows? Do you know But she wanted me to tell you that she's put me out of my misery. And the truth is that I asked Jacky to marry me 18 years ago. Jacky said you would think about it. And to be fair, we were in Big Sur in California, and I did want her to drive. I wanted to drive her to Las Vegas, and get married that night. So to be fair, that was fine. And then over the time, anyone that knows us will know that our relationship is constant negotiation, renegotiation, and then talking to our lawyers. And therefore it's taken approximately 18 years for us to really get out together. And I just want to thank Jacky for putting all this together, because it was all her. Green bunting that I put up half in the dark on Thursday night and the rest this morning. Because Jacky can't count. So we had 40 metres rather than 110 metres. But I love her so much. So tonight really is about friends and family, and we've been together 19 years, so this is really a good excuse to have our closest people with us, to have a few drinks, only a few, especially you young men, and a dance, and also to remember that friends and family that can't be here. I think that because we have to have this, we've done this speech a bit early, so I don't think we have the champagne charge, do we, at the moment on the tables? No, it's fine. 5 minutes. We would stand-up routine for 5 minutes. We do 5 minutes. So, can I just point out that Jacky said to me, I'm not allowed to make any rude jokes. But I've got a great joke. Which I thought I'm on fairly safe ground here, because I was told this joke by someone who's here, who's a mother of 4. If you're a mother of 4, can you please stand up? If you're a mother of 4, I know there are more than, but anybody else is a mother of 4?
You are as well.
There must be more. Oh, that's a bit. Pauline! You want a free ticket, Pauline? Stand up or be chucked out. It's amazing, see, Ridlingtons, they can't hear a word you say. And they can't count. And did you notice the big empty patch in the ceremony room at 4 o'clock? Family! Anyway, one quick joke. Right? So if you're a mother of 4, you can sit down, and I'm not saying this joke came from Rosemary. Rosemary, how long have you been married? 20 years. Remember that number. Right? Why are men and fitted carpets alike? One, if you lay them correctly the first time, they will lie. You can walk all over them for 20 years. That's from Rosemary. That's not necessarily Rosemary joke, it's just that she's the only mother that stood up saying she had 4 kids. It could be Louise, who did stand up. But anyway, how long do we got now? Oh, here they come. Right. So Jacky and I, okay, so the reason why you're here, there's a couple of people in the reason why you're here. Someone who's not here today, who was quite special to me, which was James Black, which is Barry's father and Elizabeth's husband. And he, one day, when I came back from Spain, where I'd spent quite a long time with Joanne and David, fitting harnesses on semi-naked women, I came back and I was depressed. Yeah, I was So anyway, so James Black gave me this little advert, which was for an estate agent in Notting Hill. And he goes, I think you should go and work in that estate agent in Notting Hill. So I went and worked, and that's where I met Jacky. And I hated her. I really hated her, didn't I? Where's Anna? Anna, did I like Jacky or not? No. So anyway, so the reason why Jacky and I got together from
wrong way.
my view was James Black, who was a very lovely man, and Elizabeth, they used to look after me like a son. And I used to spend most weekends in Chiswick. My parents were really happy. They got rid of me, and I used to spend the weekend there. And then, after Notting Hill, we moved to Bath. And the reason why we moved... Emily, where's Emily? Emily, stand up. Please stand up, Emily. So if you know us, because we lived in Bath, it's all her fault. So we were in Jacky's flat one day, and she showed us, she's got out a card that come from Charlotte saying that she had a new baby, and I think, Emily, you were about 2 at the time. And we came to Bath and we fell in love with Bath. Which is really worrying, I can tell you. So if you're from Bath, you have to blame Emily for knowing us.
Sorry, guys.
What's that, love?
Thank you.
Yeah, we're waiting for the champagne. I'm doing the Lenny Henry, but better than you did at the... So, and then we went to Dublin, and is there anybody here from Dublin tonight? Hey! Okay. So again, so we have to thank Vodafone for that. We have to thank them for something. So the reason why fantastic rates at the moment if you go to your local shop. No pressure whatsoever.
I think it was terrible.
Sorry, I can't hear you. So there we are. So Jacky will now take over. Do you want to take over?
No.
All right.
Not more wrong there.
You thank everybody. Go on.
So, I want to thank everybody for all the things you've done. So, anyway, so if we finish it, so basically I want to thank, where's Claire around and Maria around? But we have a big cheer for the hotel who've done a wonderful job today. And also the chef, whose name is Paul. And our wonderful serving people here. So apparently we're not allowed to touch a drop of it. Everybody for everything they've ever done. So, Lizzie.
Did everything today for us. Get it together.
Okay, we want to thank our beautiful great nieces and nephews and godchildren who were part of our ceremony. It was just fantastic. So amazing. Sophie, Celia, Teo, Joseph, Rufus, Rose, Bridget, Edie. Is that everybody?
Was there anybody that wasn't the bride?
Lizzie, Mad Lizzie, my bestie girlfriend, and who else? And the dogs. And the dogs. Everybody who supported us over the years, and everybody I've worked with, everybody we've played with, Terry, my bestie, my other bestie. I don't want to be boring. Give you back to Paul. And I cannot believe I forgot the most handsome men in the room. Please stand up. Please stand up. I'm so sorry because I love you so much. Anthony and Michael, please stand up. Our beautiful nephews, Anthony and Michael.
Thank you, Jackie. So, are we ready yet with the champagne? Right. So, before we have the final one toast, because I'm not going to fall, later on, at 9 o'clock, there's a disco. And just so you know, there's a free bar. Okay. But can I just warn you, what we don't have, you may have been to a wedding recently where there's been like singing chefs or magicians or whatever, yeah? Okay? There are no singing chefs and there are no magicians. So if Barry or David come up to you and ask for a £20 note, right, it is because the free bar has finished. Right? They are not magicians, although David did find my glasses. Thank you very much, David. Thank you. And so, on the base of the free bar, please drink what you like. There's a wine table and there's a beer table. You can get your spirits. But I just want to work out how long it's going to last. So, if you live in Ireland, please stand up. If you were born in Ireland, please stand up. Elizabeth Black, we know they came up right. If your parents were born in Ireland, please stand up. If your grandparents were born in Ireland, please stand up. If your great-grandparents were born in Ireland, please stand up. Please, Wincots, if you don't stand up, there will be no free bar. So on that basis, the free bar is going to last about 9:15. Have a lovely evening and thank you for coming.